Welcome back to the JMatt Show. It's your boy JMatt. This is the JMatt Show. So let's get into this reaction. Where all my true crime lovers at? I know y'all out there. Some of y'all like to watch this stuff before y'all go to bed. Weird to me. I don't get it. I don't see how you can do serial killers and axe murderers before you just to help you go to sleep. But to each his own. Let's get into this video. This says it's a stupid female cop ends her career in seconds. I'm curious to see how a cop would end their career in 30 seconds, because most police officers here in the States, they kind of get away with the M word. I don't even be knowing what to say on here no more, but cops usually get away with everything. They got like immunity, That's a whole nother subject, but let's just see what this is about. Let's see what she did to end her career.
Straight over. Smokehouse beats.
All right, let's tap in. Oh, this light ain't too bad. They call that golden hour or some shit.
Let my dispatcher know who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. It's obstruction. There's no crime, but I'm identifying you. Okay.
I didn't do anything. No, sir, she almost ran me off the road. Okay, you didn't yield to lights and siren. You can't follow. She was next to me and stopped.
First off, that says Mayfield Road. And I live very close to a Mayfield Road, so if this is Cleveland or anywhere near where I'm from, now I'm gonna be very surprised, because I didn't know that before I clicked on this video. Other thing I want to point out, and she said I would identify you, but there's been no crime. Police just be taking liberties sometimes, man. I don't understand. Like, you gotta leave people alone.
On September 22nd, 2022, Officer Lewis of the Cleveland Heights Police Department initiated a traffic stop for expired tags on a silver Infiniti. However, her reckless driving nearly caused a collision with another driver, Mr. Kern. After the near miss, Mr. Kern, upset about her dangerous behavior, pulled over to talk to Officer Lewis. Though he complied by waiting on the sidewalk, Officer Lewis, after addressing the driver of the Infiniti, approached Mr. Kern with hostility. She escalated the situation, claiming he hadn't yielded to her lights and sirens, although Mr. Kern disputed this. Her story shifted multiple times during the encounter, ultimately leading to an unjustified call for backup.
Oh, she tripping.
What?
Hold on. Man, I ain't even turned my mic on. Man, let me turn this shit on, man. We supposed to be set up all... Look, I ain't did a reaction in so long. Test. All right, we should be good. My bad, y'all. Hopefully make a difference. Matter of fact, let me turn this shit up a little bit too. Oh shit, that's right by that's right by Lutheran East. I know exactly where this is at.
Across from the first access road. Send me another unit, because another party does not know how to yield to lights and sirens, and he's sitting here reporting me. Stay down, looking at him off the road.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Officer Lewis with Cleveland Heights. The reason I'm for the traffic stop is the plates on the vehicle are expired. It's not even a big deal. Do you know that guy behind me in the Porsche?
I was trying to hurry up and move.
You're good. No, you're good. You did the right thing. I put my lights out and sirens. He did not move. I'll give you the plates to the other vehicle that's out with the confrontation. I apologize.
You almost ran me off the road.
I initiated my lights and sirens.
Bro, he got his camera out, doing the right thing.
I apologize. He stopped abruptly. Okay, I'm not wrong. The lights and sirens are activated. Okay, I did not do that, sir. The lights and sirens on my marked patrol because he stopped abruptly, causing me.
Facts. Did y'all hear y'all just heard that, right? She said, I apologize. He said, you wrong. You ran me off the road. She said, I did not do that. He said, then what are you apologizing for? Like, I swear, man. Oh my God.
Stopped abruptly, causing you to stop abruptly, and I apologize for that. However, the lights and sirens were on, okay? The police vehicle is marked. You can clearly see it's a marked patrol vehicle. I initiated lights and sirens. I'm not going to argue, and I'm I'm gonna tell you I do apologize that he did stop abruptly. Nobody was wrong.
I'm saying this disconnect, right? So between the public and you as a public
You want
servant,
me to just stop driver check, okay?
if there's something wrong and you actually
Yeah.
did it, all you say, my bad.
And I did. I just said,
Keep going.
I said my bad. I said I activated a traffic, I initiated a traffic stop in a marked vehicle with lights and sirens. If you didn't hear the sirens or see the lights,
I mean, you call back
well, I called back up because somebody is getting out of a cop car.
Sergeant Wolf arrived
What?
on the scene and immediately made assumptions without properly assessing the situation. He accused Mr. Kern of obstruction, despite having no legal basis for the claim.
Oh,
Wolf's actions
wow.
reflect a broader issue within law enforcement.
I mean, you call back up for your safety, but
Well, you don't pull up behind an officer on a traffic stop.
you don't even know what's going
You're
Right.
So why are you saying it?
Because I'm here, and what you're doing right now is
Because
against
she
the
almost
law.
ran me off the phone.
Okay, well then you should have pulled over for lights and sirens. She said it on the radio that you didn't yield, and it's on dash cam. I'm assuming.
That's just a disconnect, man.
I'll tell you what. Let her finish her business, and then we can sit down and talk like
We're good.
adults.
I'm gonna let him go. We're good. I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. What was your last name?
My last name?
Yeah.
Why do you need my last name?
Because I'm asking who I'm talking to. You-
Oh my God.
Well, not now because you're arrested. Because what you're doing is illegal.
Listen.
If you're doing anything illegal, I can charge you for interference.
What? Just give me your last name.
What?
Why?
Because I'm conducting business with you right now. Except for that's not
That's not how
going
it
to
works.
drive.
What's your RS?
Stand by.
What's your reasonable articulation
Okay.
suspicion of my crime?
I'm gonna get rid of him.
Ooh.
Am I being
Business
detained?
with you right
Am
now.
I being detained?
If you want to be.
Except for that's
No,
not
that's not how
going
it
to
works.
drive.
What's your RS?
Stand by.
My RS.
Reasonable articulation
Okay.
suspicion of my
Okay.
crime.
Here, first, okay, hold on. I'll explain it to you, okay? Doing what you're doing right now.
No, sir, she almost ran me off the road.
Okay. Again, you didn't yield to lights and siren. You came
She
out.
was next to me and stopped and almost ran me off the fucking road. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
listen to me. You asked my reasonable articulable suspicion. It's not
I'm
probable
not
cause.
arrested. If you arrest me, you violate my rights.
I don't want to arrest you. We have to
You're
ID
gonna
you.
violate my rights. That's what
Okay,
you're gonna
we
do.
have to ID you. You understand that? Yes, we do.
All right, I'm a videotape it.
Okay, we got you on camera
I'm
too.
gonna call, then come get the car. You're violating my rights.
I'm getting who's getting what car?
Let me come, because you're gonna arrest
Radio
me,
another
right?
car here. I got a mail who's obstructing.
Obstructing.
This is like a-
Wow.
So I'll take a report on it, but I need your ID.
No.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with her.
The misuse of authority to intimidate civilians. Ohio Revised Code 2921.29 clearly states that identification is required only when there is reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Since Mr. Kern was not involved in any criminal offense, his refusal to provide identification was lawful. However,
Man, do y'all see? I'm glad this dude, whoever doing this voiceover, I'm glad he doing this because do y'all see how quickly they will just assume that you don't know your rights and violate you left and right? Like, dude pulled up, he didn't even know what was going on, and he just automatically assumed dude is in the wrong for something. That's crazy. Bruh, this is crazy because Cleveland Heights, I live in Cleveland Heights. I grew up in Cleveland Heights my whole life, man. And I didn't expect to see a Cleveland Heights video on here when I clicked on. That's crazy, dog. That's wild.
Sir Lewis and Sergeant Wolf ignored this fact, pressuring Mr. Kern into complying and eventually handcuffing him without cause.
Listen, talk to me. Just do me a favor. All I'm asking
I'm
you,
a private citizen.
just take your hands out of your pocket while we're talking.
What?
Okay, I called for backup, all right?
Yeah.
I initiated a traffic stop. I understand you and I and that gentleman, we all just saw what happened, okay? I'm calling for another person because I'm dealing with one person who I don't know who I'm dealing with. And you get out, listen, sir, let me speak. Let me explain to you. I call for another person because I have a man getting out of the car walking towards me. You know how society is. I know how society is.
Society?
Now listen, I'm asking you to identify yourself so I can let my dispatcher know who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. You are the one that came
Obstruction
out.
is a secondary crime.
It's
What crime did I commit?
There's no crime.
Get 'em.
I'm identifying you. Okay.
Get 'em.
I need your driver license.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to arrest you if you don't identify yourself.
She just said it was no crime.
It is a crime. Obstructing is what?
Obstructing is a
You
crime.
identify yourself, guys.
She almost ran me off the road.
And then I still have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call in for the car. You can arrest me.
Okay, turn around.
Because I didn't do anything.
Turn around.
I didn't do anything.
Listen, just all you have to
I
do.
don't have my ID with me.
Okay, what's your cell?
For what?
To your last name, sir?
Kern, man.
Kern?
You know what happened. Why are you letting him do
Listen,
this?
he's a
He's
sergeant.
violating my rights.
He is not. You
Have a
didn't
seat. We're gonna give you a
identify
ticket when we
yourself.
send you up.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. You violate my rights, man.
Can we give you a ticket for interfering with the traffic?
How did I interfere? She almost ran me off the fucking road.
And you could have pulled off and waited and called and called.
I did wait, but she said wait.
You were out here talking to her. Have a seat.
Mr. Kern, just
Don't
have
push me,
Have
man.
a seat.
Why are you so full of machismo, man?
Dude, have a seat. I'm not putting up with your bullshit, okay? Have a seat.
What's wrong with you, man?
Have a seat.
Sit down.
All the way in.
See, that's why we do. That's why it's like this with the police, man.
I don't know, maybe
That's why it's like this.
So this is what happened. That vehicle matched the description of the vehicle from Weird Shit yesterday. I saw it. I initiated a traffic stop. That person, instead of like pulling over, he stopped abruptly. And I'm getting behind him, but he stopped abruptly. This guy was very close to him, and we almost did get into an accident because that driver stopped so abruptly. I did, yes.
Gets a ticket for
He,
there's no extension about this.
okay.
He's getting a ticket for
Yes, radio, I do. That's why I provided it.
Goes to a Demetrius Raphael Kern, the 37-year-old male. He's valid this one.
So he gets a ticket.
Listen, I don't feel I need to give him a ticket for that. I'm cool with just. Okay, I mean, I'm cool with letting him go. He just didn't understand.
He's in handcuffs.
And he's.
So now she want to let him go after she let dude who was supposed to be a sergeant arrest him. So I'm confused. Like, is there a charge? So can you just give somebody a charge just because of you a police officer? She said no to the obstruction. He said yeah. They feel like because they had to come out there, she called him like somebody's going to jail. Like somebody getting arrested, somebody getting a ticket. If you call us out here, we're not coming out here to not do no cop work. That's what I'm getting from this right now. Am I wrong?
He obstructed. He refused to identify himself. I'm not going to sit out here and argue with somebody for an hour. The legalities of it. You can come to court.
Okay.
So he gets a ticket for obstructing failure to identify himself.
Really try to identify this.
You guys got a
Mr.
lawsuit
Kern,
coming.
just hang on. Just
You got a lawsuit coming.
Listen, let me explain to you. You don't get out of the car yet. The sergeant wants me to give you a ticket for obstruction, okay? I'm not going to do anything else. Listen, he's the boss. He is the boss.
I don't have to refuse if I didn't commit a crime. This isn't a stop and ID state.
At this point, it is a traffic stop because you're out on a
almost ran me
traffic
off
stop.
the road.
Mr.
You
Kern,
know
we
it.
just had that conversation. I did not almost run you off the road.
That's last
Oh, wow.
You guys are going to pay for this.
That's fine.
Officer Lewis gave inconsistent statements. Unfortunately, Mr. Kern couldn't provide Tesla video evidence, explaining that the recording feature was inactive. Despite Officer Lewis acknowledging her mistake and attempting to correct it, the supervisor, too egotistical to admit they were wrong, chose to proceed with the obstruction charge, citing that Mr. Kern was in handcuffs. This action amounts to a secondary violation of Mr. Kern's rights.
Mr. Kern, I apologize.
She still
I really
apologized.
do. And this is on body cam, all right? This is, the sergeant's telling me to do this, so. Police have to identify you. You do have to identify yourself.
I broke the law. If I broke the law, I have to identify.
Mr. Kern, you got out of the vehicle in the middle of a traffic stop.
Almost got hit.
I understand that. And I needed to identify you.
Why do you need to identify a person because they're walking?
For this.
That don't really make
For
no
what,
sense.
sir?
Like, you need to know my name
Kidnapping. Illegal to
because I'm a
No one's
person
kidnapping
walking.
you.
Back of the car in handcuffs.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I'm kidnapped.
This is not kidnapping. The sergeant placed you under arrest for obstruction. He asked for your information.
My
and
nigga
you
said you
didn't give it.
kidnapping me.
Listen, I'm gonna be.
Hey,
There'll
quick
be a
on his
court
feet
date.
though.
You and I will both go to it, and our prosecutor's really good, and we'll work through it. Okay? Listen, I'm just doing what I'm told to do. All right?
Oh, now she
What do I put for this verbiage?
don't even know how to
When
write
asked
the
to
ticket.
identify himself, he refused.
This remind me of the scene in the movies where they be like, just write it up where they like the officers that be in cahoots. They be like doing dirt. They be like, man, just write it up the way we say you tell you to write it up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we say happened is what, just write it up the way we say. That seemed like, that looked like what's going on. Right? She don't even know what to say on the ticket. This is crazy. That's wild.
So we're literally here, and I'm coming up because I saw that car. It looked like a car from yesterday's incident. I ran it. It's expired. I am in this lane. I put my lights on to activate. The guy, instead of like continuing, he like whips over, stops abruptly, and I'm like halfway in between both lanes, and this guy was right behind him. So it did almost cause an accident. Absolutely. No, I was trying to go behind. It would have been a sure clear distance accident. But because of how that guy stopped abruptly, it would have been.
And he stopped and just decided to get out of
Well, and he was pissed because we did almost get into an accident. He was.
You didn't almost get
No, all three of us, it would have been an accident. Yeah, I was going behind the other guy.
He could have gone down the street.
So the guy stopped abruptly, but he did. Then he got out and he's yelling. He's yelling while I'm initiating. Right. So I told him, I said, sir, just stand there. Let me talk to him. I'll come talk to you. And he did. But then he's continuous, because that happened, I called for backup. And then he was upset, rightfully so. It was not. Whatever. Why are they assholes? Was that necessary?
She mad at everybody. She mad at the ambulance, the fire department, the black man.
All right, here's your property.
Let me get this.
Sure.
She's not legal.
Some janky rest, do you want to sign or are you going to refuse? All right, I'm going to give you a copy of it.
That guy violated my rights.
Well, we'll all be in court.
Despite Officer Lewis apologizing for almost causing an accident, she and her supervisor, Sergeant Wolf, continued to escalate the situation. Mr. Kern, in handcuffs, was charged with obstruction, a charge that was clearly unfounded, as evidenced by the dismissal of the case 11 days later, due to lack of evidence. Officer Lewis herself appeared conflicted during the encounter, apologizing multiple times, but ultimately deferring to her superior's insistence on pressing charges. This further illustrates how poor supervision can exacerbate situations that could otherwise be peacefully resolved.
You're probably the only good cop on the force.
I'm not trying to be a bad cop. I was literally not trying to even have any of this happen, and I did apologize.
You apologize, but you're following his directives.
He's a sergeant.
Yeah, but still, like you swore oath to the Constitution.
Right.
And you know what's right and wrong. And sometimes you gotta stand up to people.
Listen.
No.
When asked for your information, you have to identify yourself. At this point, we're on a traffic stop together.
But you still have to.
A traffic stop is not a crime.
And I asked him, am I being detained? And nobody answered that.
Listen.
So I did.
That's the only thing she got. Listen.
Stuff's gonna be typed in the report.
If I was being detained, I had no choice but to give you my ID. That's why I specifically asked.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
Well, at that point, it's a traffic stop.
But still, if I'm being detained, you should tell me. And if I'm not being detained, I'm free to go. And it's in the situation.
Well, right now you're free to go.
Yeah.
I hope that you feel better. And I'm sorry that all this had to happen this way.
You didn't do nothing.
Well, we did. We got into a little accident, almost a middle accident.
You did your job.
And I apologize.
Happened in life. He came, he violated my rights.
Well, we're gonna work through it, all right? I don't think he violated your rights. He wanted you to identify yourself, and you didn't. All right?
You know you swore oath.
Say again?
You swore oath.
I did.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, Mr. Kern. I hope that you feel better, all right?
I hope that you
all right.
feel
You need a
better.
intro?
Sick.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
Straight over. Smokehouse beats.